कनाडा की रॉकी माउंटेनियर ट्रेन है और ये बैफ से लेके कैमलूप्स होके वैंकूवर जाएगा। ट्रेन स्टार्ट होने की तैयारी हो रही है। अभी यहाँ से ट्रेन चालू हो जाएगी।
Doesn't sound like that. You don't understand.
No, I'm waiting until we curve the. There we go. It's the train I'm waiting for. It's not there yet because you can't. Well, there's no cats on board, so I think we'll be clear there. Yeah, lots of wildlife, but.
ट्रेन पहाड़ों के बीच में से चल रही है। डाउनस्टेयर में डाइनिंग बहुत ही बढ़िया डाइनिंग हॉल बनाया है। बहुत सारा बहुत ही अच्छा मेन्यू मिक्सर का वेजिटेबल फूड्स भी बहुत ही अच्छा है। ये रॉकी माउंटेन्स की ब्यूटी इतना अच्छा लग रहा है। ये पूरा बर्फ का लेक है। वहाँ से ट्रेन पसार हो रही है। पूरे पहाड़ों के बीच में से ट्रेन जा रही है। पहाड़ों के बीच में से ये टनल में से पसार हो रही है। पहाड़ों के बीच में से जा रही है।
Very short here.
बहुत ही सुंदर नज़ारा दिख रहा है। इतना ट्रेन का क्राउड बहुत ही अच्छी तरह से ट्रेन जा रहा है। बर्फ का पहाड़ों के बीच में से ट्रेन पसार हो रही है। जिंदगी में एक दफे कैनेडियन रॉकीज जरूर जाना।
Of course, because of all the mountains around us. And we're actually going to be saying goodbye to the Rocky Mountains. That's going to be leaving us on the left-hand side. And now on our right-hand side, we have the Columbia Mountain Range.
Oh, he would, yeah.
Maybe not now, but see if it's still. Private train. I know.
That should be fine. I'll just flag it with the team so they can be on the lookout for it. You've got your name. So we have.
And I was just wondering, steel. So then they made a second bridge out of steel, and then
Nice desert in Rocky Mountaineer Train.
Well, that's where he became the bishop. Much of his priesthood in Peru because I think there's
before trains can move through. And so at the old railway museum, I like to point out these snow spreaders. So these snow spreaders are attached to the front of that freight traffic. And it,
So the first one in the morning, or the first one due out, is that like attached to it? I'm guessing
Or all day.
That'll clear it for the rest of the day, or?
but a lot of times it continues to snow. So
Yeah,
I actually don't know how far that, I think that would just continue to stay on it until, because we're not getting in.
And it was thought that was going to be annexed to the state after Alaska was sold in 1871. So our Prime Minister, a little bit better now, our first Prime Minister, John A. Macdonald, promised BC if he joined
Houseboating capital. So during the summer months, this will be spotted with all kinds of houseboats, and also houses.
And then they all grew up, and I was like, well, no, they were kids. No, I wasn't going to say it. That's the thing. That's what my mom said. Save them too. I'm like, no, they're just sitting there for 20 years. They can check out your bread. They get the pages done.
यहाँ पे नीचे खाने खाने का यहीं पे है। ये जो बीच में पैसेंजर है यहाँ का वीडियो है। बहुत ही अच्छा एक्सपीरियंस हो रहा है।
are just traveling through the little town of Salmon Arm here. Now this little town is the northern gateway to the Okanagan. So the Okanagan is just south of here, and that's where males are gonna have the green head, that is the common loon. The females are gonna be all brown.
Of the river, but when they do, those salmon, they will come back, they will swim upstream, they will feed. All right, and with that, we have a little announcement for you. The chefs came up here. Alright, so we are just coming into our final destination.
Because we see sheep. Those are sheep. Yeah.
And I can hear you calling if there is an eagle here flying over.
And when I was in Fairbanks, there's a lot of, I think they call it.
They were so huge.
How old are you, girl? Like an old tomcat. Yeah, right. Figure it out.
Doesn't sound like that.
No, I'm waiting until we curve the. There we go. It's the train I'm waiting for. It's not there yet because you can't.
Of these rock sheds, and they have a sloped roof, so that way if there were a rock side to come down, of course they put these in the spots where the most rock sides will occur. The rocks will just come right down over the roof and end up in the Thompson River below. And you can also see beside us as well, they have this a little bit closer, but again it's on that right hand side. temperatures of over 49 degrees Celsius. So that is incredibly hot here in Canada. So we do notice that the temperatures do get hot here in the summertime. But again, if you're not up, get over to that right-hand side. 7 meters. And did anyone look down? Yeah, quite high, right? So we're just crossing over the tracks here now. We can really see the gorgeous Black Bridge. And like I said, we're saying hello to the Canadian Pacific, and now we're going to be on the opposite side of the river. Now they did this, of course, because the Canadian Pacific came here first, and they got to choose what side of the river. Nothing had been laid more feats to take on. But they were built 25 years later as well. So with the advancement of technology, as well as having a little bit more knowledge after the Canadian Pacific's pursuit through here. Just a little reminder as well, try to get that camera as close to the glass as possible. Of course, that'll help with the reflection in your photos. Oh, we have a wildlife sighting here, a cute little dog. So this is not the photo opportunity that I'm talking about, but you can get a photo of that Canadian Pacific cantilever style bridge. We're going nice and slow here. You can see these ponderosa pine trees as well, which are natural in this habitat. They are also fire resistant too. So they do thrive in. You're gonna have another little break in the trees here in just a moment. And snap, 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 snap. And you might get a little glimpse of one, but I think that was the one. Now, who took a video? That was probably the smart route. Hey, I really did say it was 1 second. Did anyone get that photo? Aha! Yeah, it might be you might get a little view of one there, yeah. Woohoo! We have a winner! Good job.
Build the Canadian Pacific Railway through the Fraser Canyon here, he needed to bring the supplies up via the river. It was too expensive to transport them in by land, so he needed to bring them up by boat. However, shortly we will come to Hell's Gate, and you will understand significantly higher than it is right now. But about 100 years after Simon Fraser came to the area, Hell's Gate became even more hellish because the railroad was coming through here. And when that was happening, they were blasting tons and tons of rock and sediment into the river, which was making it even more rough. And this really devastated the salmon. So I told you yesterday that when salmon go to spawn, they leave the ocean and they swim upstream through these rivers to get to their natal streams. And that was
right over here for you. We're gonna put you in with a couple other people. Okay, great. Unless if you two want your own little specialty. No. You have to sit with others?
I get Amazon boxes.